Hi, Jim. Bob Heckler, Eagle Print Dynamics.
Bob, it's nice to meet you. Hey, just before we get started, I got 10 minutes.
Appreciate it.
So I
That's
just
what I
want to
asked
make sure
for,
we're on
and
the same page.
That's fantastic. I
Okay.
appreciate that. So I also noticed that you went to USC.
I did.
Wow. So my daughter,
Did you go
Florida
to
State.
USC?
No, but my daughter, Florida State. So we're riding the high. We're kind of glad you got rid of Kiffin, sent him to Alabama, because now that hurts the SEC even more. So that was good. Thanks. Nice move.
Actually, that's not bad.
Yeah.
We're glad to get rid of him, and if it helps you out too, that's good.
Well, I was in the aerosol business, and I noticed the #1 graffiti during the last weeks of his life, where people were going where it said Fire Lane, and they were spray painting Kiffin right next to it on the streets for the fire trucks.
Yeah.
So, some humorous people around here.
I hope it helps you.
Anyway, respectfully, your 10 minutes. I appreciate your time. If you notice the card I left you, it didn't have any products. It didn't have anything on it other than creativity. What I wanted to talk to you a little bit today is do you mind if I show you this pusher?
Absolutely.
Leaving aside your current suppliers for now, I'd like to talk about our capabilities. And at Eagle, we're one of the largest print.
Now you realize they're a current supplier, and I'm just shooting straight with you. We've been in business, and we've been doing business with this person for a number of years. It's not always perfect, but we've been doing business with them for a number of years.
And if you could pick out something they could do better, what might that be?
Well, service has been an issue. Sometimes when we're looking at things, we would like to have them doing a bit more of the work. When we're having to sometimes think through the creativity, and these are small things, I get it, okay, but those are some of the areas. If I'm looking at a perfect world, those would be some of the areas that I could see that could be improved.
Okay, well then, if you notice, one of the areas that we specialize in is we've got a full-time graphic artist.
Mm-hmm.
We like to call ourselves an advertising agency without the fees, and in addition to your head count, without the expense. So we come in and ask, really, we are your advertising agency.
Okay.
So, do you mind if I give you an example?
Certainly.
So I was watching a presentation from the Senior Vice President of Coca-Cola, and he was talking to 200 promotional product salespeople. All the brand managers, Coke Zero, they all report to him. And he held up a pen, and he said, now let me give you a little bit of a lesson. I've got all the top brands in the Coca-Cola industry under my responsibility, and you people are bringing in pieces of junk like this with my logo on it. He said, do you know how much my logo's worth on the balance sheet? The Coca-Cola logo, the harmonic wave, and the script Coca-Cola? $84 billion, and they're bringing in crud like this?
That's $1 or $2 more than ours is worth.
Just probably a little. Well,
yeah.
Apple just beat them out for $91 billion. So we're very respectful, Eagle, of your brand. And so we're going to work with you on projects to make sure that we are bringing in the top quality products. So it's not going to be something that's quick and easy and we're just shoving down your throat. So
quality is a huge factor to us.
So the receptionist mentioned to me that you were doing a project and you were bringing backpacks for everybody in the company.
That is correct.
Normally, I'm just going to bring in ideas. I'm not going to bring in products and dump them on your desk because of all this USC stuff on it. I don't want to disturb that.
That's a wise move.
But I did bring in, and this is a top-of-the-line OGO bag, and I took the liberty of having your logo already stitched on it. I know that you have a large project going on with this, and I would like the opportunity for you to try this bag. So I'm going to leave it with you, and then this is the top of the line. So can we get together maybe next week? What day's better for you, a Wednesday or Thursday, and talk about it?
Let me make sure I understand. Okay, so what exactly, I want to know a little bit more about this, okay, and how you think it's going to help me.
Well, what she said to me was it's a backpack project. Yeah. And so what we did is we went and searched all the backpacks that are out there. We found suppliers that are reputable. We found embroiderers that are high quality.
Again, I have no claims of understanding suppliers. I just don't. But what makes this supplier so good?
Great question. So being the size we are, we deal only with preferred suppliers. So we deal with the largest suppliers in the industry. We know the high quality. We have a reputation, so we know their service levels. So we absolutely will only recommend to our clients, because we take that guesswork out of it, the highest quality. That when you present this to your CEO, he's not going to sit there and say, what have you done to my logo on this backpack? So that's one of the things that at Eagle we're going to try to consistently do, is give you options so you can select between top of the line, and if your budget perhaps doesn't allow, but we really don't like to give
what is the price on that?
This is $80, embroidered and delivered.
And quantity discounts?
That's for quantities 250, and I notice that's how many employees you have, so I'm assuming if you want to buy more, we can probably get a better price. But overall, that's
I mean, I can think of some other
competitive
ideas
price.
on this. So give me some ranges. Give me some ranges that we have on pricing.
Well, we have ranges on different quality levels, so I could give you, if you absolutely told me I do not have in my budget the amount of money that requires for the top of the line, I would ask you to revisit that. But we do have other products that can go down into the $40 and $50 range. I wouldn't take you any lower than that, and I will tell you, some people might take you into a lower price point than that, but that's not going to be conducive of your brand.
Okay, well, I mean, I kind of like the concept, but I don't know. I'm going to have to think about this.
All right, well, Wednesday or Thursday, what's the best day for me to get back to you next week?
Well, I'm traveling, you know, what is today? Today's Thursday, so I'm traveling, I'll be traveling Wednesday through Friday of next week. So we could shoot for possibly Tuesday, I guess.
Morning or afternoon?
Morning.
Okay, I'll be back at 10 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, and
Okay.
we can take a look at that. Another thing I noticed is your CEO just ran in a 10K breast cancer awareness run.
Mm-hmm.
Did you run in that as well?
I did.
You did.
Yes.
Great.
Absolutely.
Well, I look forward to joining you in that next year. But one of the things that we also do is obviously they're trying to attract more people to this run.
Right.
What I'd like to do, and I know we're a year out because this just happened, but I'd like to sit there and put something in our calendar now where I can get back to you 2 months, 3 months out, because we have a lot of ideas for attracting people to these different runs. We've done a lot of work with other companies.
Again,
And
just
that
let me
could help.
stop you there because we already have a supplier that, and again, I'm not saying it's perfect, but we have a supplier that's addressing our needs, you know, for that. So
I appreciate that. But there's always additional ideas, and I'm sure if your CEO runs
give me
in
an
it, it's
example of
important.
additional. Again, we've got about maybe 2 minutes left, and I don't mean to be rude, but we've got about 2 minutes left. So give me some ideas on some examples that you think might be
Okay,
a
so
fit.
perfect idea. So if you send an email to a person, the average open rate is 3%. They give it less than 1/10 of a second looking at it. The average mailed piece, 20% of them are looked at, but for less than 2 seconds. Promotional product piece,
I don't really understand that.
people don't pay attention to it.
Okay.
It goes right into
Okay.
the recycle bin.
All right.
They don't open emails, they don't look at printed products. Promotional products have got a 60% rate that people actually look at them, on average, 10 minutes.
And you can support that with
We can
with
support
data.
We can support that. And by using things like that we have a host of suppliers that provide products like that, we can put an advertising media out into the marketplace that is much more effective.
Okay, so when you come back in next week, I'd like to have you give me some examples of that because I'm having a hard time. I'm a little fuzzy in my understanding of exactly what this looks like, all right, and what you think a program would look like, all right?
Be more than happy to.
All right,
Have you established a budget for this yet?
I have.
Okay.
I've established
Can
a
you share that
budget.
with me now?
Well,
Help
we
me pick
have,
the products.
yeah, for this event, specifically for this event, we're looking at a $10,000 budget,
Okay.
okay?
And if we said we could increase the attendance by 20%, would that increase the budget?
It might. Self-funding, yeah, we work with self-funding programs a lot. So if there's a way, but again, you know, one of the concerns I have with going down this path is that I hear a lot of self-funding types of programs. So you're going to have to go a long ways when you come back in to tell me why this is self-funding.
Absolutely, and we'll have
And you
testimonials.
can document it.
I'll have
Okay.
testimonials from other events that we've run, and I'll have some of the product
So
ideas
who else
for
are you doing business with?
Well, if you notice on the other side of this, you can see some of the large companies that we do business with. We're an $8 million company. Listed here are some of the large companies we've done business with, and I will have testimonials from them, several of them that have done fundraisers like this,
Okay.
so that you can take a look at that, take a little bit of the worry out of the decision.
Okay. Okay, well, I like this. I think we're headed a good direction.
So we'll see you next Tuesday. at 10
Yes,
o'clock.
let's bring me some ideas on Tuesday and no guarantees. Okay,
No
but
guarantees.
we'll see what we can do.
And if you take a look at your leisure at some of these other services we have, if that's not in your area, I'd appreciate if you'd list who maybe the buyer is and give me an introduction, because as I said, we're a full service agency.
We'll take it a step at a time.
Appreciate that. Thanks for your time.
All right, thanks.